we are meeting here. Today we are meeting here for the A-level mathematics seminar, and our theme for this session is empowering mathematics education, bridging the learning gap with ICT integration. And our patterns in this seminar, we have the Ministry of Education and Sports. We have the Research Network of Uganda Renew. We have UICT, Uganda Information and Communication Technology, Uganda Institute of Communication and Information Technology, and then we have the Holistic Platform Schools. So those are our patterns for this seminar, who are doing all what it takes to see that the learning gap is narrowed, such that we can achieve quality education and also ensuring quality in our education. From 8:30 to 9, we have been interacting with our patterns, and we have been showing you the different videos from Renu and UICT. At 9, I understand there are a few minutes that have passed, but nevertheless, we are going to start. We shall have an opening prayer. We shall have an introduction of the schools that are on the call, and then we shall have the welcoming remarks from the host school. Then from that, we shall have UICT and Renew, and then we shall have the official opening of the seminar. Then we shall do our discussions, and we shall have the different schools present to us. And with by around 2, we feel we shall have completed this session, but we may go beyond that 2. Okay, so that is briefly our agenda for this. That is how we are going to be doing. I want in a special way to welcome all the teachers that are joining in from the different parts of the country. You are most welcome. I want also to welcome Mr. Francis Wire from UICT. You are most welcome. I want to welcome Dr. Dorothy. I've seen you on the call. Dr. Dorothy, you are most welcome. I want to welcome Timothy from Renew. You are most welcome. And I want to welcome all the teachers that are joining and the different teachers that are joining in from the different parts of the country. You are most welcome. Without wasting time, I want to just check. Mr. Ronald, just say hi or just unmute your microphone. I want to find out whether you are set.
Yes, hi.
Yes, I'm getting set.
Okay, very good, very good. So you will allow me to mute everyone such that we don't have any background noise, but still in case you have anything you want to say, you will raise up your hand and then we shall give you the chance. Very many other schools are going to be joining us, and we shall get onto the track. Without wasting time, let me ask Chivingo girls to have a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer. Okay, the student is ready to lead us in a word of prayer from Chivingo SS. Kindly unmute Chivingo and you take us through the word of prayer. Chivingo, oh, sorry. Chivingo, unmute, you can. Chivingo, unmute. Unmute and you lead us in a word of prayer. Okay. Oh, Chivingo, you can lead us in a word of prayer. Oh, wait, sorry, we are not hearing. Chivingo, we are not hearing. Get close to the gadgets. Oh. Chivingo girls, we are not hearing, we are not getting your audio. So, okay, let me, Chivingo SS a minute. Let me ask St. Mary's Assumpta now. St. Mary's Assumpta, let's have a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer. Mary Assumpta. Mary Assumpta. Let's have a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer.
Let's sing ourselves and we pray in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Almighty ever living God, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for all the good things that you have done to us, O Lord. As we are coming for our seminar, I pray that you should cover us with your precious blood and you should send for us the wisdom and knowledge so that we shall be able to discuss all the questions successfully. We ask all this through Christ our Lord, and Mary, seat of wisdom, pray for us. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, thank you so much, Chivingo girls, for taking us through the word of prayer. Allow me now to welcome Mr. Francis Wille to talk to us about UICT, after which we shall have Timothy from Reno to talk to us about Reno. Then Dr. Dorothy, you'll come in afterwards. Thank you. You are most welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stephen. Want to appreciate you for organizing this meeting consistently, and also want to appreciate Minister of Education, Reno, and all the schools that are participating in this seminar. As UICT, we appreciate, and I also want to take this opportunity to applaud Dr. Dorothy Okello, our former board chair, for having steered us to the level where we are today. I want to send greetings to her from UICT. As UICT, we are pleased to be part of this engagement. As you know, we are a government training institution under the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. We mandated to provide training in specialized ICT to middle level cadres, and we welcome students from all levels, that is O level and the A level, especially those who have specialty in sciences, especially mathematics and physics. I want to applaud head teachers and teachers who teach ICT, and to inform you that today we are living in a digital age, a digital society, whereby ICT is an enabler which enables us to, which integrates different professionals and enables us to perform more efficiently and effectively. I want to inform you that government and the national development plan has put digital transformation as one of the agenda that are going to change our economy from where we are to middle income level. So I want to urge you that ICT is one of the professionals, one of the areas that are going to boost our economy. So as teachers, I know you are involved in the career guidance to our students. So I want to urge you to guide students and help them to see how they can be able to harness these opportunities. As you're aware, government is promoting business outsourcing, business processing outsourcing, which is one of the ICT areas where students can be able to gain skills, especially in programming, in networking and data science. And this can be able to provide students with these skills and jobs in the areas of ICT. So just to give a brief about UICT, ICT is based in Nakawa. As I've already said, is a government training institution. We admit students both O-level and A-level, and we encourage especially students in the areas of sciences to join the institute. We train in programs like software engineering, telecom engineering at the diploma level, data science. So this seminar, which is preparing students in the areas of mathematics, is our catch areas, and we want to appeal to schools, we want to appeal to head teachers and teachers that we have all that what it takes for them to benefit from this area of specialization, especially in the ICT. And I want also to appreciate our teachers whom have been training, especially in digital literacy training. As you know, together with the Minister of ICT, Minister of Education, and RENO, and the Holistic E-Learning Platform, we have been carrying out digital literacy training to all teachers and also students who are in holiday, to equip themselves with basic ICT skills and also intermediate ICT skills, and also advanced. We are working with the International Telecommunication Union, and they have given us access to a different number of curriculums, especially Cisco, HP, and all these provide very good programs for students and also for teachers in the areas of digital literacy training. So we want to appeal to working together with the Minister of Education. We are trying to identify schools and also teachers whom we can give access to this platform so that they are able to enroll their students and also communities around the schools to participate in this training. These are online programs, self-paced, and we are giving them out as part of our social responsibility to the community and also to our schools. So as we work together with the holistic online platform and also need the RENO, which provides internet connectivity to our schools. We want to urge schools, we want to urge students to take this opportunity to get these skills. I know these programs are very good. Students can be able to learn basic programs in coding, basic programs in programming languages, so that by the time you advance yourself at a higher level, maybe at the university, maybe at higher tertiary institutions, you already have basic ICT skills, basic programming skills, basic digital literacy programs, and these are very important tools which you can use for employability and also use for enhancing your education skills. So I just want to urge head teachers, ICT teachers in schools, and any other teachers, because as you know, this program is basically to integrate teaching, ICT in teaching. So I just want to urge you and let us work together as together with Minister of Education, RENO, schools, head teachers, district education officers, and inspectors to ensure that we digitize our students and also our community. I want to thank you once again and wish you a good deliberation as far as this workshop is concerned. Thank you very much, team.
Thank you so much, Mr. Will Francis. for the brief remarks about UICT. Now let me welcome Timothy on behalf of UICT, on behalf of REN.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Timothy Ekaru, from the Business Development Unit from RENU. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Stephen, and the entire organizing team, Mr. Dungu from Ministry of Education and Sports. I also want to specially recognize Dr. Dorothy Okello. Coincidentally, she was also our former board chairperson at RENU. Thank you for taking time to come through, Dr. Dorothy Okello. So what is RENU? Who is RENU? Apart from just organizing this, I just thought I should just give you a bit of a remark who we are, what we want to achieve, where we have come from, and our end goal, and why we have put our focus so much in activities like we're having this morning. So RENU is just an acronym. The full name is Research Education for Uganda. So the idea of RENU started way back in 2006. And at that time, the vice chancellors of different various universities and EDs, directors, executive directors for research institutions realized there was a bit of a challenge. At the time, there was a challenge on connectivity, and they felt that they needed to pull resources together to come as one so that they can be in position to have a solution for that verging problem. So by 2014, RENU got its first license, and then we started full operations at the time, starting with Uganda Christian University as the first institution that onboarded. So over the years, RENU has grown, and we feel like we have had a bit of an impact from different from the first time when we started our agenda. And right now, when you look at where we wanted to head, you realize that our first seminar, something similar to this, started on 5th December 2020. It was an O-level math seminar in conjunction with the Ministry of Education and Sports. And over the years, we have continued to grow. So I feel excited seeing that something that we started in 2006 is growing, developing wings. Coincidentally, around that time, UCC realized that the work that RENU is doing is tremendous. So they decided to add us more schools to connect with the internet. So as RENU, we have different products and services that we offer, but all of them are aimed at enabling and creating collaboration among the different research organizations and education. So I'm excited, and I hope that this collaboration can continue together with Ministry of Education and Sports and the different schools out there. We had a similar event like this yesterday. This time it was the different fraternity of schools in the biology section. So I'm really excited, and for us, we feel so happy that every single time we've been called upon to say that we are able to support this, we are more than willing, because it helps us push the agenda that we are meant for and why we exist. So Stephen, with these brief remarks, I request to stop there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Timothy, for the remarks from RENU. Allow me now to ask Dr. Dorothy Okello to say something. Then after, she will invite for us Mr. Ronald Dungu from the Ministry of Education. Dr. Dorothy? Unfortunately, I'm failing to get Dr. Dorothy. Okay. Okay. Allow me now to invite the principal in charge of secondary schools in Uganda from the Ministry of Education and Sports, Mr. Ronald Dungu. You are most welcome.
Thank you, Stephen. I don't know if you are hearing me.
Yes, Mr. Ronald, you're clear.
And can you see me also?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I'm sitting in Renew today because of the important fact of testing out the connectivity across our schools. One of the promise by Renew is that if all our schools are on the same network, then we should be able to hear ourselves well. So there are already some schools like Mbale SS, Idiofe, Ombachi, and many other schools that are on the Renew network. So we'll need to get a report from them to see if they are hearing me well at the end of this workshop, this seminar. But also, I'll be listening in when schools are presenting. And for those schools that are already on the Renew network, I'll be testing to see whether the connection is good. As mentioned, my name is Ronald Dungu. I'm a Principal Education Officer in the Ministry of Education and Sports. And I would like to welcome everybody to this session. I would like to bring greetings from Mama, the Minister, First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports. I bring greetings from the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education. I also bring you greetings from my Commissioner of Government Secondary Schools, and all are happy that we are testing out the possibility of closing the learning gap across school. Indeed, this session is to test out how we can close the learning gap, how the learners can listen to each other. Yesterday, we had a session for teachers listening to each other, and that means that we could easily have one class happening at the same time. I want to thank the organizers, Holistic E-Learning Platform. Thank you for keeping on pushing us to make sure that we engage each other, that we talk to each other as schools. Renew, thank you for the connection to the schools. I know Timothy has listed how many schools are on the network, but what we are looking at as the ministry is to have at least 2 schools in every local government. And we have 177 local governments. So if we have 2 times 177, your mathematicians will know that we are looking for 354 schools on the same network. And if those schools are on the same network, then a seminar like this, we should be able to get the schools, drive into that school so that we can listen to each other. So instead of sitting in your own schools, those who can't, then you go to that one school that can bring all of us together. I was in Koboko yesterday at St. Charles Ruanga, Koboko. It has a big main hall. So it means all A-level students in Koboko can gather in one center. I also noted that A-level upcountry has downsized. There are fewer students in A-level upcountry because all the students are coming down to the center, to Kampala, to the urban centers to look for better education. But when we close this learning gap, then all schools will be providing the same education. So we shall take the students back to those schools that are well furnished. There are many buildings out there without students, and all the students are in the few storage buildings here in Kampala, which is not right. Yet we have land in those schools, and the students should be able to do mathematics from the farm. They should be able to do mathematics while marketing produce, while designing other products, because there is good infrastructure in the school. So as the Ministry of Education, we are looking at bringing all the schools to the same level, and that is our focus. I want to thank UICT for training the teachers. So far, I don't know if they mentioned the number of teachers that we've trained in a short while, but we have about even 400 teachers ongoing online training. And what we are looking at is creating continuous professional development for the teachers across schools. And that means if I have, for example, I'm using Koboko because I was there yesterday. If I have all the teachers in Koboko and I must take them through a training, then they converge. 1,000 of them can converge in St. Charles Lwanga and sit with a good network provided by Renew, with good computers provided by UCC and all the other partners that we have. So as a Ministry of Education and Sports, we are developing a digital agenda together with an ICT policy in education, which is going to be launched soon. And when I say launched soon, it is as soon as in 2 weeks' time or 1 month's time, because it is ready. We are doing the last bits of costing because we know that not all our schools have internet connection. They don't have computers, but as a ministry, we should be able to find that money to equip these schools with the right technology. So we are costing the digital agenda strategy, and the costing is in its final stages, and therefore we'll be ready. So if there are any partners here who are interested in seeing our digital strategy agenda going forward, then we need your support, and we shall be reaching out to you. We shall be talking to you so that we get this funded, because the lower secondary curriculum, the new lower secondary curriculum demands that we put ICT at the center. So as a Ministry of Education, we are focused in utilizing technologies in learning, utilizing technologies to close the learning gap so that all our schools upcountry or in Kampala are moving at the same footing. With those few remarks, I want to thank everybody who has joined. The students who are going to present, I'm eagerly waiting to listen to you. I'm first a mathematics teacher before I became a principal education officer. So where possible, I might come back to say, you have put the force the wrong way, but I know that your teachers are here and they are ready to guide. So I also thank the teachers who are sparing their time. I know it's a weekend, it's a Saturday, you should have moved for other activities. And now we are asking you to sit here to look at or to support the learners as they go through the seminar. So I want to thank everybody who's joining in and wish you luck for today. And I'll be waiting to see the good presentation from the school. Thank you, Mr. Kaziva. Thank you, everybody, for making this possible. Over to you, Mr. Kaziva.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ronald Dungu. Allow me now to invite Dr. Dorothy. She's now ready to greet us and also share something with us.
Yes, good morning, Stephen, and thank you for the kind invitation to share a few words. Good morning, everyone on the call. I'm very happy to be here and to have been a part of this process from the beginning and seeing how this round of seminars comes to a conclusion today. I'm also very happy to see the engagement that we have had from the lecturers, from the teachers and from the students and all the preparation that has gone in. This is really very exciting. I want to, first of all, say a big thank you also to Mr. Dungu for really the push that you have put for ICT in education at this level. It's really tremendous, and I hope it brings you great joy to see the achievements so far. To UICT and Reno and what you bring on board, I think this is really critical. And thank you both, Francis and Timothy, for acknowledging the time that I had, and a really great time that I had to be a part of your growth. And it really gives me great pleasure to see you so keenly involved with such an initiative like this, because this is always the vision that we had even in those years when I served with you all. And so to see you in practice living this out, I think this is really key. To the schools that have been participating on this actively, I would hope and pray that you continue to serve as ambassadors to get other schools on board. I have been not I guess being one of those that I'm asking you to be an ambassador and trying to reach out to different schools, getting them on board. I want to really call out, for example, the schools that we have engaged with in our part through the rural community broadband network, being on board and showing what can actually be done. And I've also engaged with other schools where we still have challenges of connectivity and the like. So Reno, there is more work for you to do. But I really liked what UICT had to share in terms of the different courses that people can sign up to. And I'd like to call out to you, Francis, if there is opportunity for further networking on this through the ministry with Ronald and his team, so that we can make information about these opportunities quite widely available, just has been done for these 4 weeks of the program. To the students, I know we don't have them here, but I know they'll eventually see this recording. You live in very interesting times. Being a teacher myself, when students come and ask me one thing or the other, I ask, what have you found online? Can we discuss that? Because all of us are in a learning mode, the students and ourselves, the teachers, and this is such a wonderful opportunity. And back to you, Ronald, I want to thank you so much and Stephen, Mr. Kaziva, for making this opportunity available, because it's one thing to know that we can have ICT in education. It's another to have to exercise it, because it's through exercising it and learning what is pertaining to one environment versus the other, that we shall actually grow the opportunity for ICT in education. To the schools, this has been a really great opportunity. I don't know how many of the schools that are part of this have school ICT clubs, because these school ICT clubs could also be onboarded so that they promote even further what has started out here. Over these 4 weeks, we have focused on mathematics and biology. But if we engage also with the school ICT clubs, they can bring on the myriad of other courses, especially with opportunities, for example, as mentioned, through UICT, that they can access freely. So I would really want to see that in addition to the students in their course groups and the teachers in their subject areas as well, that we also embrace the school ICT clubs, and where the schools may not have them, that they create them, so that actually we can continue to promote ICT in education. From the side of Makerere University, which is how I really got into this initiative, we are really very appreciative of the opportunity to continue to be a part of this program and see what it is we can bring to bear, because we also have, and I always say, you need to see where your selfish interest lies. If students coming to Makerere University are already computer savvy, imagine how much more we can do as a tertiary level in terms of finding solutions to national development, because the students will already be in the practice of using ICTs to solve problems. So this is a really great opportunity. And I want to really, at the end of my few remarks, say thank you all to everyone. Thank you for giving up your Saturday time. I know yesterday you had it also Friday, but thank you for giving up your time. We don't take it for granted. For teachers, this is the time to run around and do every other thing that you needed to get done, but you still make time to be here. I want to thank you all for God and my country. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dorothy, for always joining us and also for championing ICT in our park. Okay, now without wasting any time, we are starting our seminar, and I want the students to open their seminar questions. We are going to start with pure mathematics. We are going to do 2 numbers in pure mathematics, and we are going to start with number 5. And I want to welcome our first presenter, Baraka, to take us through her presentation, after which we shall have Irene take us through still number 1 in algebra. Baraka, you are most welcome.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are clear.
Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. I'll be going through number 5A from the topic algebra. So the question is asking us to solve the simultaneous equations, giving our answers in exact form. This means that once we get our answers, we won't have to change them in any way. We won't have to use any decimals. We just have to leave the answers the way they are in their exact forms. So the keyword in this sentence is exact form. So the question is e to the power 3x plus 4y is equal to 2e to the power 2x minus y. And the second equation is e to the power 2x plus y is equal to 8e to the power x plus 6y. So first we must know the laws of logarithms, and the first law that I'm going to show you is when adding any two logs, we must multiply. So if we have, for example, this is my side working. So if we have, for example, log base ex plus log base ey, when you're adding any two logs, we multiply. So it becomes log base e x times y. And the second law that I'm going to show you is when we're subtracting any two logs, we divide. So if we have log base ex minus log base ey, we divide them. So it becomes log base e x divided by y. So the other thing we must know is that ln e is the same as the natural log of e. And the natural log of e is the same as 1. Because if you have logs with the same number as their base, the answer is 1. So for example, if you have log base 5, the answer would be 1. If you have log base 6, the answer would be 1. So the natural log of e is 1. So if I go back to the question is asking us e to the power 3x plus 4y is equal to 2e to the power 2. That's the question. So I'm going to apply ln to solve this question. And so I'm going to rewrite this law with ln. So it becomes, so once again, when you're adding any two logs, you multiply them. So ln x plus ln y becomes ln x times y, because when you're adding any two logs, you multiply. And ln x minus ln y becomes ln x divided by y, because when you're subtracting any two logs, you divide them. So I'm going to apply ln to my equation. If I go back to the question, I'm going to apply ln to my equation on both sides. So it would become ln e to the power 3x plus 4y, which is equal to ln 2 plus ln e to the power 2x minus y. And the second equation becomes ln e to the power 2x plus y becomes ln 8 plus ln e to the power x plus 6y. So like I showed you before, in the laws, ln e is the same as the natural log of e, and the natural log of e is the same as 1. So this becomes 1 in brackets 3x plus 4y, which is equal to ln 2 plus 1 in brackets 2x minus y. And even in the second equation, it becomes 1, 2x plus y, which is the same as ln 8 plus 1, x plus 6y. Because, like I said, in our side working, the natural log of e is 1. So this ln e, all the ln e's become 1. So when I open the brackets, it becomes 3x plus 4y is equal to ln 2 plus 2x minus y. And when I open the brackets for the second equation, it becomes 2x plus y is equal to ln 8 plus x plus 6y. So to solve the equations, I'm going to take these equations and I'm going to take them this side to the left so that I can solve them. And so it becomes 3x minus 2x, and it becomes -2 because when you're taking the equations from right to left, they change their signs. So a negative would become a positive and a positive would become a negative. So it becomes 3x minus 2x plus 4y plus y is equal to ln 2. And 2x minus x plus y minus 6y is equal to ln 8. So, so 3x minus 2x is x, and 4y plus y is 5y. So it becomes x plus 5y is equal to ln 2. And then in the second equation, it's 2x minus x, that's x. And then y minus 6y is negative 5y. So it becomes x minus 5y is equal to ln 8. So for this one, for this equation, we're going to use the same sign rule, sorry, the same sign subtract. One second.
Baraka, we have lost your screen.
One second. Okay, can you see my screen now?
It is back.
Okay, sorry. So to solve these equations, we're going to use the, one second. We're going to use the same sign subtract rule, I mean. So I'm going to subtract both the equations. And so it becomes, so I'm going to subtract x minus x, and I'm going to subtract 5y minus negative 5y. And we know that x minus x is 0. So I'm just going to write 5y minus negative 5y is equal to ln 2 minus ln 8. That becomes 10y, because a negative times a negative gives us a positive. So it becomes 10y. 10y is equal to ln 2. And like I showed you in the previous laws that I wrote down, when you have to subtract two logarithms, you divide them. So ln x minus ln y is equal to ln x divided by y. So when I go back to this, I have two logarithms that need subtraction. So which means when I'm, like I said before, when I'm subtracting, I divide. So it becomes ln 2 divided by 8. And to reduce the fraction by 2 ones, by 2 4. So it becomes, I'm going to write it up here. So it becomes 10y is equal to ln 1 out of 4. And to find y, I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And so y becomes 1 out of 10. Sorry, just rewrite this. So y becomes 1 out of 10. Ln 1 out of 4. And so we know that, so for my side working, just so that I can explain this to you. So we know that 1 out of 4 is the same as 4 to the power negative 1. And we know that 4 is the same as 2 to the power 2. So 1 out of 4 would be the same as writing 2 to the power negative 2. So once I know that, I'll come back to my equation and it will become 1 is equal to, to become y is equal to 1 out of 10 ln 2 to the power negative 2, because a quarter, 1 out of 4, turns into 2 to the power negative 2. And so now I'm going to multiply 1 out of 10 with the power -2. So it becomes 1 out of 10 times -2 ln 2. And so by 2, 1 by 2, 5. So y becomes -1 out of 5 ln 2. And that's our y. But the equation, we're supposed to find both x and y. And I'm not going to change this I'm not going to change this answer because like they asked us in the question, they're asking us for the exact form. So I'm not going to change it in any way. I'm going to leave it as -1 out of 5 ln 2. So once we have our y, I'm just going to write it again. Y is -1 out of 5 ln 2. So once we have our y, we're now going to find our x. And so I'm going to take one second. I'm going to take this equation. X minus 5y is equal to ln 8 so that I can find x. So, but if you're solving this question by yourself, you can take the first equation. You can also take the second equation. It's honestly up to you, but I'm going to take the second equation. So it's x minus 5y is equal to ln 8. And we know that y is -1 out of 5 ln 2. So x minus 5 times, like we said before, the y is -1 out of 5 ln 2 is equal to ln 8. So if I divide by 5, 1, it becomes x minus -1 ln 2 is equal to ln 8. So it becomes x plus ln 2 because a negative times a negative gives us a positive. So it becomes x plus ln 2 is equal to ln 8. And then from there, I'm going to take ln 2 this side, and I'm going to subtract it because once you take it this side, the signs change. So a positive would become a negative. So x becomes ln 8 minus ln 2. And if we go back to our laws, right now we're subtracting two logarithms. So if we go back to the laws that I wrote, and you can see that when you're subtracting any two logarithms, you divide. So ln x minus ln y is equal to ln x divided by y. So I'm going to come back to the equation and I'm going to apply that same law. So x becomes ln 8 divided by 2, according to the law that I've showed you before. And when you divide it by...
Baraka, we have lost your screen again.
Okay, let me share again. Sorry. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, is there.
Okay. So when you divide it by 2, 1 and by 8, 4, so our x becomes ln 4. And you don't have to change the answer in any way because the question asked us to leave our answers in their exact form. So our x is ln 4 and our y is -1 out of 5 ln 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Baraka, for that wonderful presentation. In case there is anyone with a question, kindly have your questions put in the chat in case there is any question. Thank you so much. Please, that's how we had to do number 5, part A. Please take note that the keyword that is exact form means that you must leave your answer in that form. There is no need of you to work out the ln. However, if at all that word was not there and they wanted you to give your answer, then always write your answers to at least 4 decimal places to be on a safer side. Thank you so much, Barako, once again for that wonderful presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now we are going to go to our, okay. Someone is asking us to prove, kindly let me ask you to be working out the answer on the paper and prove that the answer is okay. Next, we are going to have Irene still do for us the number in pure math algebra. Irene, you're welcome. Irene, your network.
Okay, let me move
Not yet, not yet. Irene? Yes, Irene? Not yet, not yet. Where you are, the network is not working out.
Okay, no,
You are getting, yes?
so right now,
not yet, but it's getting better. Okay.